Have you ever been told that kindness is a virtue, that being kind will lead to a fulfilling and happy life? But what if I told you that kindness, when misunderstood, could actually lead to your downfall? In today's video, we'll explore 6 ways how kindness can ruin you if not practiced with wisdom and discernment. But before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on Stoicism and personal growth. Let's dive into the surprising and often overlooked pitfalls of kindness. 1. Kindness as self-sacrifice. Kindness is a beautiful quality, but when we always put others first, it can lead to neglecting our own needs. Imagine constantly giving away your time, energy, and resources to help others. At first, it feels good. You're making a difference and people appreciate you. But over time, you might start feeling exhausted, unappreciated, and even resentful. This is because you're sacrificing your own well-being for the sake of others. In Stoic philosophy, there's a strong emphasis on balance and self-care. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic, reminds us that we have a duty to ourselves as well. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This means taking care of our own mental and physical health is crucial. When we neglect our own needs, we become weaker and less effective, not only for ourselves, but also for those we want to help. Stoics believe in maintaining personal boundaries. This doesn't mean being selfish. It means recognizing our limits and ensuring we are in a position to help others sustainably. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said, "A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he is not." This teaches us that contentment comes from within and that we should not deplete ourselves trying to please everyone else. So, while kindness is important, it must be balanced with self-care. Make sure you take time for yourself, rest, recharge, and set boundaries. By doing so, you'll be in a better position to offer genuine, sustainable kindness to others without ruining yourself in the process. 2. Enabling bad behavior. Kindness, when not applied with discernment, can sometimes enable negative behavior in others, creating a cycle of dependency that ultimately harms both parties involved. This often happens when individuals extend their kindness to others who take advantage of it, thereby reinforcing their problematic behaviors. For instance, if someone consistently bails out a friend who is irresponsible with money, the friend may never learn to manage their finances properly and may come to rely on this assistance as a crutch. Enabling such behavior can create a toxic dynamic where the recipient of kindness remains in their unhealthy patterns, and the giver becomes stuck in a cycle of giving that is neither fulfilling nor beneficial in the long term. This can lead to frustration, resentment, and even burnout for the person who is trying to be kind, as their efforts to help are met with little to no positive change. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of accountability and the necessity of setting limits on our kindness. Stoics advocate for a form of tough love, where kindness is paired with an understanding that sometimes it is more beneficial to let people face the consequences of their actions. By doing so, we allow others to grow and take responsibility for their own lives. This approach not only helps the other person become more self-reliant, but also ensures that our own kindness does not become a tool for enabling negative behavior. In practical terms, this means that while we should continue to be compassionate, we must also be mindful of how our actions affect others and ourselves. It's about finding a balance where kindness serves as a positive force for growth, rather than a means to perpetuate dependency. By applying this Stoic wisdom, we protect both our well-being and the integrity of our relationships. 3. Loss of self-respect. When we constantly seek to please others, our self-esteem and self-worth can suffer. This pattern often emerges when individuals put the needs and desires of others above their own, hoping to gain approval or affection. While the intention may be to foster harmony and positive relationships, this excessive focus on pleasing others can erode our sense of self-respect. As we continually prioritize external validation, we may lose sight of our own values, goals, and identity, leading to a diminished sense of self-worth. Stoicism offers valuable insights into maintaining inner dignity and self-respect. According to Stoic philosophy, true self-worth comes from within and is based on our alignment with our core values and principles, rather than on the approval of others. Stoics believe that self-respect is rooted in acting with integrity and staying true to oneself, regardless of external opinions. This means that instead of seeking validation from others, we should focus on being consistent with our own ethical standards and making decisions that reflect our true character. This involves setting clear personal boundaries and recognizing that it is impossible to please everyone. By maintaining a balance between being considerate of others and upholding our own values, we preserve our self-respect. It's about understanding that our worth is not contingent on external validation, but is inherent in how we live our lives and stay true to our principles. By embracing this Stoic approach, we can navigate the delicate balance between kindness and self-respect, ensuring that our actions align with our authentic selves and contribute to a healthier sense of self-worth. 4. Emotional burnout. Being overly kind and empathetic can take a significant emotional toll. Constantly putting others first and absorbing their problems can lead to emotional burnout. You might feel drained, exhausted, and overwhelmed, making it harder to be genuinely kind in the long run. Stoic philosophy offers valuable practices for building emotional resilience and setting healthy boundaries. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This teaches us to focus on what we can control, including our emotional well-being. One key aspect of Stoicism is understanding the difference between what is within our control and what is not. Our emotions and reactions are within our control, while other people's actions and feelings are not. By focusing on our own emotional health and setting boundaries, we can avoid emotional burnout. It's crucial to prioritize your emotional needs and take time for self-care. This might mean saying no to certain requests or setting limits on how much you're willing to help others. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. By taking care of yourself first, you ensure that you have the emotional capacity to be kind and empathetic sustainably. Incorporate Stoic practices into your daily routine to build emotional resilience. Meditation, journaling, and reflecting on Stoic principles can help you maintain a balanced perspective. When you encounter situations that demand your empathy and kindness, you'll be better equipped to handle them without sacrificing your own well-being. By focusing on what you can control, setting boundaries, and practicing self-care, you can maintain your kindness without compromising your mental and emotional health. Stoicism teaches us that true kindness starts with being kind to ourselves, ensuring we have the strength and resilience to support others effectively. 5. Vulnerability to manipulation. Being kind and compassionate can make you a target for manipulation and exploitation. When you're overly generous and willing to help others, some may take advantage of your kindness for their own gain. This can leave you feeling used and betrayed, and it might even lead to harmful situations. Stoic philosophy offers strategies to balance kindness with wisdom and protect yourself from being manipulated. The Stoics teach us to remain vigilant and discerning, ensuring that our kindness is given thoughtfully and with clear boundaries. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, advised, "It is not that we are given to others, but that we should give to ourselves. In giving, we should seek to understand our own interests and maintain our integrity." This means that while we should be kind, we must also be wise in how we offer our help and whom we trust. To protect yourself from manipulation, First, establish clear boundaries. Know when to say no and don't feel obligated to meet every demand. Second, practice discernment. Assess the motives of those you help and ensure their intentions align with genuine need rather than manipulation. Third, be aware of the signs of manipulation. This includes excessive flattery, pressure to comply, or a pattern of taking without giving back. By recognizing these signs, you can respond with greater wisdom and avoid being exploited. Finally, balance your kindness with self-respect and prudence. Stoicism teaches that we should act in accordance with virtue and reason. This means being kind, but also protecting ourselves from harm and ensuring that our actions align with our values and principles. By integrating these Stoic strategies into your approach, you can offer kindness without falling prey to manipulation. Remember, true kindness involves not only helping others but also safeguarding your own well-being and integrity. 6. Dilution of true virtue. When kindness is performed primarily for external validation, it can lose its genuine essence and become a shallow gesture rather than a reflection of our true character. For many, the allure of receiving praise, recognition, or approval can overshadow the authentic motivation behind their actions. Instead of acting from a place of genuine concern for others, their kindness becomes a means to fulfill personal desires for validation or acknowledgement. This shift not only dilutes the inherent value of their actions, but also transforms kindness into a self-serving endeavor rather than a selfless one. From a Stoic perspective, the core of virtue lies in acting in accordance with one's true nature and principles, not in seeking external rewards or validation. Stoicism teaches us that our actions should be driven by internal values and integrity rather than by the desire for external applause. True kindness, therefore, should stem from an internal commitment to doing good rather than from a need to be seen or praised. The Stoic ideal emphasizes that genuine virtue is about consistency with one's own ethical standards and principles, regardless of whether these actions are recognized or rewarded by others. By reflecting on our motivations and striving to align our actions with our core values, we preserve the authenticity of our kindness. This means practicing kindness not for the sake of receiving accolades or recognition, but because it is an expression of who we truly are and how we wish to impact the world. When we focus on the intrinsic value of our actions and stay true to our principles, we ensure that our kindness remains meaningful and reflective of our genuine self. In doing so, we maintain the integrity of our virtue and avoid letting external factors dilute the authenticity of our intentions. Kindness is indeed a powerful virtue, but it can have unintended consequences if not practiced wisely. Throughout this video, we've explored 6 ways kindness can potentially ruin you. Self-sacrifice that neglects personal needs, enabling bad behavior, loss of self-respect from constant people-pleasing, emotional burnout from excessive empathy, vulnerability to manipulation, and the dilution of true virtue when kindness is used for external validation. Let's reflect on these points and consider how you can apply a balanced approach to your own acts of kindness. Strive for a form of kindness that maintains your personal boundaries, encourages accountability in others, preserves your self-respect, and safeguards your emotional well-being. A Stoic approach to kindness integrates compassion with wisdom, ensuring that your actions uplift both yourself and those around you in a meaningful and sustainable way. Be mindful of self-sacrifice. Take care of yourself first to help others effectively. Avoid enabling bad behavior by allowing others to face the consequences of their actions. Guard your self-respect by staying true to your values rather than constantly pleasing others. Protect yourself from emotional burnout by setting boundaries. Be aware of potential manipulation and establish clear limits. Lastly, focus on genuine virtue by acting from your core values rather than seeking external validation. I'd love to hear about your own experiences with kindness. How do you balance your compassion with your own needs and well-being? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on Stoicism and personal growth. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to exploring more with you soon.